Do you get frustrated when your FIFA Ultimate Team player shoots like that? Well, I do, as you can see. But luckily, I found the guys at Foot Helper who helped me not to make my players shoot like absolute Josh McGinnises. And they can help you as well. If you want your weekend league games doing for you, if you want a bit of guidance, if you want some tips and tricks, you can, ask those to do it for a price, and you can get a discount if you use my code OldGrandpaJoe at checkout for 20% off your order. Alright, hello everybody and welcome to the preview for Hull City versus Fleetwood. I know it's the wrong way, I know it's the opposite way around on that graphic there, but that's irrelevant, you only see it once. So, before we start this preview though for the FA Cup first round clash at the HAKEEB Stadium, we're gonna do the Player of the Month for the first time in this new graphic. And for October, I have given it to Keane Lewis Potter. I think it's deserved. I think he's a sick player, and I've had to put KLP on the trophy because Keane Lewis Potter doesn't fit. So, Keano, well here lad, and you have been added to the winners board. Second of all, before the preview starts, I'm recording this on bonfire night. So you will probably hear the old bang, crash, thump, woo, firework going off into the sky. So, if you do hear any loud bangs, it's just the fireworks outside my window because people next door don't respect the YouTube grind. I'm only kidding. Anyway, I've got some nice neighbours. Next, anyway, on to the preview now then, where for team news, Grant McCann said he will make changes to the side for the FA Cup first round proper tie at the HAKEEB Stadium against Fleetwood. James Scott is in contention for an opportunity after scoring for the 23s in mid-week. Regan Slater and HAKEEB ADELAKUN have been given permission to play in the FA Cup by their parent clubs, Sheffield United and Bristol City. In addition, ADELAKUN has recovered from an ankle injury in time to face the Trawlermen. Louis Coyle is back on the grass at Hull City's Cottingham training base and will be fully fit for when Hull City face Grimsby on the 17th of November in the Papa John's Trophy at the HAKEEB Stadium. James Berry will not be available, having picked up an ankle injury in an under-23s match against Cardiff City a few weeks ago. So, in case you don't know about that, big Jimbo Berry, man in his own business, playing under 23s game down in Wales. Suddenly gets absolutely clarted by, in a tackle. And he goes off injured, not being able to put any weight on his ankle. So I sent him a little get well soon message, said cheers mate and all that, jazz. And, yeah. So, yeah. Ref watch then. I've just got to click something there. Ref watch then. It's Mark Edwards, the main man, with Richard Wigglesworth. And the only reason it does say Rich is because Richard Wigglesworth didn't fit on the graphic, and Chris Ward. And then Declan Ford is the fourth official. On to stats then. These are taken from the game against Swindon Town. Hull City had 15 shots against Swindon Town. Of those 15, 6 were on target. That is a 40% shot accuracy rate. Hull City had 43% of possession. Hull City committed 18 fouls. The Tigers had an overall pass accuracy of 68%. In total, City made 387 passes in the game. Hull City made 22 tackles with a 64% tackle success rate, and the City made 17 clearances. What do I think then? James Scott, he needs to be given a go up top. That's his primary position and he hasn't played there in black and amber. Brackets to that. It's worth a go because Eves and McGuinness take it in turns at starting and being awful, so get subbed off and the other one's decent. What I mean by that is, so let's say McGuinness starts. He's absolute Eves gets brought on. He's the complete opposite of that. So, because Eves has played well, Eves starts the next game. But then, Eves is utterly So, McGuinness comes on. And he plays well. So McGuinness starts, and he's utterly, you get the idea. So they need to break that cycle by putting James Scott, Mallik, Wilks, Keane Lewis-Potter up top. And then put, if you're going to put Lewis-Potter up top, Scott on the left wing. If you're going to put Wilks up top, you put Mayer or ADELAKUN in. Yeah, you get the gist. Brandon Fleming needs to start over Callum Elder. Elder looks out of his depth at League One level. Now you'll see, I have pretty much completely copied that for the next one. Jacob Greaves needs to start over Jordi Device. Device looks out of his depth at League One level. Greaves has looked class when he's played. Now what happens now against Elder, every game we've lost this season, Elder's been absolutely murked. There's a reason for that. They pick out that he's the weak spot. Against Fleetwood, he pushed so far up the pitch, it was not tactically logical. So they got him behind and ripped us up that way. And then when Device comes charging out of defence like an out-of-control bull, that doesn't help Emmanuel and Burke. Now against Peterborough, Elder doesn't push particularly high, but gets absolutely ripped to bits down that side. And there's nothing Greaves, Burke or Emmanuel can do. Against Swindon, Elder absolutely murked down that left-hand side again. So Brandon Fleming, get that shirt back on, mate. You're in the starting 11 for me. Mayer over ADELAKUN, but I think ADELAKUN will start. Don't go full backup brigade because we have Harrogate in Pizza Trophy midweek and they can play then against poorer opponents. On to head-to-head battles then. James Scott, I've said he will start. We'll face Charlie. We'll have to get past Charlie Mulgrew. You've seen there, Scotty's going to start up top. And Brandon Fleming will have to defend against Harvey Saunders down the left-hand side. Saunders, who scored a hat-trick against us last time we faced Fleetwood. On to the opposite view then. And we are now handing over to Ben Natman, a.k.a. Cod's Vlogs on YouTube. And he's going to tell you a little bit about the Trawler Men.
Fleetwood Town, 5 wins, 1 draw, 5 defeats. Again, we're starting to come strong. We beat you boys back in September 4-1. What a night, what a win that was for the Cods. Again, FA Cup, anything can happen. It's the first round. Money means a lot to clubs right now, so I think both teams will go for it. For me, I'm more focused on the league this season and getting promoted. I believe we can do that. We've brought Charlie Mulgrew in, we've brought Callum Connolly in, we've kept Paddy Madden, Ched Evans, we've also brought in Sam Stubbs. Saunders is getting more of a run out, as you boys saw a couple of weeks ago. But I can see this game going to Hull, unfortunately. I think you'll beat us 1-0. Hull, good side, they play good football. Again, McCann, I've got questions on him. I think he's an okay manager, but in charge of one of the best teams in the league. You've got Tom Eves, Lewis Potter. So it's an unbelievable team we're playing against. Us ourselves, we've got strength in depth. We've got Mackay, we've got Duffy, Coote, Whelan. Just see some of the players that have been on the bench for us this year. We've got 5 or 6 we can just bring on off the bench. Again, the subs on Saturday will make a huge difference for both sides, in my opinion. Again, Hull, Fleetwood will be up there in top 10, top 6 at the end of the season, in my opinion. I'm looking forward to the game. I'm hoping it's a good one. Fleetwood starting to come off well recently. We've got a couple of wins against Oxford, Shrewsbury as well, Gillingham away as well. Losing a couple as well to Accrington, Charlton, but 2 good sides. We probably should have drawn or won both games. I'm looking forward to the game. Thank you for having me on. I am Cod's Vlogs. I'm a Fleetwood Town YouTuber. And again, if you could come over to my channel, subscribe, that'd be amazing. But I hope you enjoy the rest of this amazing content creators' work. Get subscribing, guys. Thank you for having me on. Up the Cods. Good luck for Saturday.
Thank you very much to Ben for that. And now we're going to take a little look at current form, where similar record, different order. So after Fleetwood beat us, they had a game in the middle. I think, if I just check the calendar on my computer quickly, after the Fleetwood game, we should have had Grimsby, I believe. No, we shouldn't have. I'm talking absolute crap. We shouldn't have had Grimsby. But anyway, they played Lincoln, and you know that fell off the graphic. So we bounced back after being defeated by them with a 3-0 win to Rochdale. They beat Lincoln, I think. I'm not too sure on that one, but then lost to Accrington Stanley. Then they beat Gillingham 2-0, Shrewsbury 1-0, and Oxford 2-0. Then lost to Charlton 3-2 at the weekend. It says Charlton on there because Charlton Athletic didn't fit on the graphic. And then for us, beat Rochdale 3-0, beat Wimbledon 1-0, lost to Peterborough 2-1, beat Bristol Rovers 3-1, and then lost to Swindon Town 2-1. Same record, different order. There's inconsistencies creeping in for us now. And that clean sheet record that we had, yeah, that's long gone. Onto the league table now then, because so many games are getting called off due to the Alrona. I'll just say it, I'll bleep it. Due to corona outbreak to different clubs. Accrington Stanley, notably, our game against them that was supposed to be midweek, got called off for that reason. I've put a played game. I've put a played column into the league tables. I've done the same for the Papa John's Trophy as well, because our game against Grimsby was called off for their corona case, and I hope everyone who had at, Accrington Stanley or Grimsby or whoever's had games affected by coronavirus this season, and players and staff or whatever affected by it, I hope that everyone's in good health. Hope that you're all okay. You heard the other day that Kai Havertz has contracted it now, so it doesn't discriminate. This thing, it attacks whoever it wants. So that's why this lockdown is crucial if we want to save Christmas. And I love Christmas. Anyway, away from Christmas, that's a bit away now. Onto the League One table. Peterborough on top. We're sat in 5th. It is very tight at the top. If we'd have beaten Swindon, we'd have gone top. Then we'd have lost it because Peterborough and whatever won. But we'd have gone top. We would still... hang on, what are we on? 21? We're on 21 points. If we beat Swindon, we'd be on 24. We'd be second. Not good. In the relegation zone though, Oxford, Shrewsbury, Burton and Wigan. 3 of those teams on 7 points. And Accrington Stanley only played 7 games. 12 points. They are doing class. Big up Stanley in the games that you played. Other teams lagging behind on games. So there's Stanley on 7, Swindon and Oxford on 9, Shrewsbury have 10, Crewe have played 10, Bristol Rovers have played 10, Plymouth and Doncaster have played 10, as have Sunderland, Charlton and ourselves. Every other team in the league on 11. Papa John's Trophy, Harrogate played 2. It's confusing. I'm trying to think, did they do that? I think what happened was... No, they must have been on 1 point. Yeah, so the game between Harrogate and Grimsby ended in a 1-1 draw, went to a penalty shootout, Grimsby got it on penalties, which gave them the extra bonus point. Harrogate then beat Leicester, which got them up to 4 points. Leicester stayed on 3 for beating us. Grimsby stayed on 2. And we are on just the 1. Yeah, that's how it works. Carabao Cup, knocked out of that. Don't need to care about that anymore. And as for the FA Cup, this is our first and quite potentially only game. McCann says it's not the most important thing, but he still is taking it seriously. On to around the grounds now then, and we've got a canny few games to get through. I'm not sure exactly how many, but let's go through them. So on Friday then, Harrogate Town face Skelmersdale United at 7:45. Oh, by the way, all kickoffs are stated. So if you see there where it says Banbury versus Canvey Island at 3 p.m. Everything else down that until stated is 3 p.m. And I'll explain more about that in a minute. So on Friday, Harrogate Town face Skelmersdale United. That'll be on later. On Saturday then, Saturday games now, Tunbridge Angels face Bradford City at 12:30. All the following games until stated are 3 p.m. Banbury United face Canvey Island. Barrow face AFC Wimbledon. Bolton Wanderers face Crewe Alexandra. Boreham Wood welcomes Southend United. Brackley Town face Bishop Stortford. Bromley face Yeovil Town. Cambridge United face Shrewsbury Town. Charlton Athletic face Plymouth Argyle. Cheltenham Town face South Shields. Colchester United versus Marine. Dagenham and Redbridge take on Grimsby Town, while Exeter City face AFC Fylde. Woking travel to Gillingham, while Portsmouth travel to Portman Road to face Ipswich. Leyton Orient face Newport County in an all-League 2 affair, while Lincoln City welcome Forest Green Rovers to Sincil Bank. Oxford United face Peterborough United, an all-League 1 tie there. Port Vale face Kings Lynn Town. Rochdale face Chesterfield at the Crown Oil Arena, while Salford City take on Hartlepool United. Stevenage face Concord Rangers. Sunderland face Mansfield Town. Swindon Town face Darlington. Tranmere Rovers face Accrington Stanley. Walsall face Bristol Rovers. Kicking off at 5:30 now, FC United of Manchester face Doncaster Rovers. On to Sunday then. Scunthorpe United face Solihull Moors at 12 p.m. Barnet, the following games all kick off at 12:45 p.m. until stated. Barnet face Burton Albion. Eastleigh face MK Dons. Hampton and Richmond face Oldham Athletic. Havant and Waterlooville face Cray Valley Paper Mills. Hayes and Yeading United face Carlisle United. Malden and Tiptree face Morecambe. Crawley Town travel to Torquay United. Wigan Athletic take on Chorley. Eastbourne Borough versus Blackpool. These are the 2:30 kickoffs now. And that's the only 2:30 kickoff on Sunday. And on Monday, Oxford City face Northampton Town. Now, I would just like to suffice, I think the word is, that around the grounds with the new lockdown and how only professional sport will continue. I'm not sure if these games are going ahead or not. I imagine that there will be, because a lot of the teams are professional teams and it's the FA Cup. So I imagine there will be, just without. I don't think these games would be allowed fans in anyway, but just without fans if these teams are from divisions where fans would be allowed to enter the ground. On to shared shirts now then. We did Louis Coyle last time, but this time we're going for John Parkin. He played for Hull City between 2006 and 2007. In 47 times, he scored 11 goals. In 47 appearances, he scored 11 goals. And for Fleetwood, he played for them between 2012 and 2014. In 53 appearances, he scored 17 goals. On to my predicted 11 now then, still in the 4-3-3. George Long takes Matt Ingram's shirt in goal, with Josh Emmanuel remaining at right back, because we've not got anyone else. He's not going to play Festus Arter, is he? He might do it midweek, though. Josh Emmanuel at right back. Alfie Jones is at centre-back. And it's an all-change centre-back pen with Jones, the former Southampton and Gillingham man, being alongside Jacob Greaves, with Brandon Fleming coming in for Callum Elder at left-back. Richie Smallwood, the captain, takes place in a midfield trio alongside George Honeyman, still not suspended. I think he got booked against Swindon as well. Still not suspended, Honeyman, and I love it. Honeyman alongside Regan Slater, allowed to play in this competition due to allowance from Sheffield United. HAKEEB ADELAKUN also allowed to play in this competition due to allowance from his parent club Bristol City. On the right, Keane Lewis Potter keeps his place on the left, and James Scott starts up top. So that is the predicted 11 picture form. As you can see, I've got the images for Scott, and I've also got an image for McGuinness now, which is class. On to the substitutes then, that are Harvey Cartwright, Jordi Device, Mallik Wilks, Tom Eves, all those, Well, Device, Wilks and Eves all dropping to the bench. Thomas Mayer, unlucky not to get a start, but I don't think it'll happen. Josh McGuinness, who was actually alright against Swindon, but as I said, it's that cycle. One's god-awful, one gets subbed on, and he's alright, so he starts, he's god-awful, the other one gets subbed on, he's alright, so he starts, and it's the same cycle, I've explained it, with a few bleeps, but that time there was no bleeps. McGuinness, and the final substitute is Callum Jones. That's the predicted team in picture form then, and now you can see it on the pitch. It's a good team, but can he get the win? Now, there's an argument for this team being stronger than the one that played Fleetwood previously. I'd say Ingram's better than Long. I'd pick that centre-back pairing, Jones and Greaves, is good. It's good. Fleming definitely over Elder. I'd maybe put Doherty in for Slater, put Wilks in for ADELAKUN, and that's about all the changes I'd make. So, will it get the win? Just about. 2-1 win to us. You'll love to see it. Thank you very much for watching the preview. Check out Foot Helpers. FIFA 21 is well underway now, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're struggling to get to grips with the game, still, they'll sort you out. They're good guys, I promise. They'll sort you. They will sort you out. And huge thanks to Mason Stead for the graphics as well. His links are all in the description. He's a top lad. Me and him have been doing some Among Us servers with some of you guys on my Instagram, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's great fun. At break today, not at break, at lunch today in school. This will be yesterday when you're watching this, but I was playing Among Us with some mates, and I got 2 imposter wins in a row. What I do when I'm imposter is in that situation, I just stay quiet, say anything that I might need to chime up with, but a lot of the time I just cover my face with like my jacket or whatever and just stay quiet because whenever I kill someone, see me smiling, but whatever. Anyway, I'm waffling. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Bye bye.